Hello, and thank you for taking part in the 2021 COVID-19 Point-in-Time Count, or PIT count, for Dallas and Collin County. This video will show you how to use the Counting Us app, which is the tool we'll use this year to do the count. First, we'll review the mobile version of the app and all of the app's features. Then I'll briefly show you the desktop or PC version of the app so that you can be familiar with how to use it on a computer in addition to a mobile device. To begin, you'll need to register in the app. Click on the Register button and enter your information. You'll need to enter basic contact information and decide on a password. The email address you enter here will be your username for the account and is what you will use to log in. After you enter your information and click Submit Registration, you will see a message that your account has been successfully created. If you enter this information and you already have a Counting Us account, then you'll get a notification that the account already exists. Then you can use the Forgot Password link to send an email to the email address you entered and reset your password. Now you can enter your login information and click Login. Next, click the Choose Count button. Now click the button to join a new count. If you already had an account, you may see other counts here that you've previously joined. You will need to join a new count for this year. After you click Join New Count, you will need to enter a setup key. This key is unique to our 2021 PIT count for our continuum. Our key for this year is Dallas 2021. Be sure to type it exactly as it's shown on the screen. Then click Join Count. On this page that asks you to select a region, click Skip. Now you can record surveys for the count. During the count, to record a survey, you'll click the Get Started button. For now, this yellow message appears as a reminder that the account is in test mode. While the count is in test mode, you can enter test surveys to become familiar with the app. If you click Get Started and do not see this message, then the account is active and only real data should be entered. Let's practice by completing an unsheltered survey. For each survey, you'll first be prompted to choose a language, then a household type. Remember that a household is considered multiple people whose records should be tied together in the system like a family unit, while an individual is just one person. Next, the app will determine your location. Your device may prompt you to allow the app to know your location. You must allow this feature for the app to determine your location automatically. Otherwise, you have the option to enter your address, which may be difficult if you're working on the street. Click the Locate button to have the app refresh your location if the map doesn't look accurate. Click Next Step once the app has determined your location. The app makes the survey easy by giving you the exact question to ask and the language to use. This first question avoids duplicating people in the count and will end your survey if the person interviewing answers yes. Selecting No will open the next question regarding where the person is sleeping on the night of the count. Notice while there are several questions, only a few are required. Of course, we want to get as much information as possible to have an accurate count, but if the person you're speaking to only wants to give a first name or initials, that's sufficient to continue the survey. You must at least select an age range to submit the survey. Complete the demographic questions with as much detail as possible. In continuing the survey, remember that the app provides you with the language to use if you need it. For each of these disabling conditions, you can click the drop-down to answer based on the person's response. Note that the last question asks if they're interested in receiving a COVID test. You can use this note option to record any additional notes if you'd like. Then you'll click Submit Survey. However, if you lose your network connection and cannot submit the survey, you have the option to choose Save Draft. Clicking Save Draft will save the survey for you here. Once you're able to connect the internet again, click Drafts to open them. Click on a survey to see the option to open it or delete it. Always open a survey first to determine whether it needs to be submitted or deleted. You can delete old drafts if you're sure that another version of the same person's survey was already submitted. When you open the survey, scroll down to the bottom to submit it. Whether submitting a survey for the first time or submitting a draft, you will see a message that confirms your survey was submitted. Now let's take a quick look at the sheltered survey. You will again get the language and household questions. Next, you'll be asked to choose an organization and project. You can narrow the options by first entering a project type, like emergency shelter. Select your organization and project, then click Next Step. Again, you should confirm your location, then click Next Step. Now the questions will look very similar to the unsheltered survey. Complete all the answers that you can, and remember there are a few fields like age range that are required. These additional questions will differ from the unsheltered survey, so take note of these. You'll have the same disability questions and a section for notes as well. I'm going to click Back this time, and you can see that the survey will not be saved if I choose Back. It's important to use the Save Draft button if you need to leave a survey for any reason and want to save that information. Now, if I start a new sheltered survey, you can see that the app has remembered my organization and project to save time. Of course, you can change these if it's needed. So we've taken a look at the surveys, drafts, and map. Let's now look at My Count. You can click on My Survey Completion Counts to see a total of how many surveys you have submitted. The Region and Team Assignments button will show you your assigned route for the count if you have one. On the Help page, you can find helpful information about each section of the app. So if you have any questions while in the app or need a quick reference, this could be helpful. Now let's take a look at the desktop version of the app. Here, everything should look almost identical to the mobile app. To access the desktop version from your computer, open an internet browser and go to the website counting.us. This is the page that you should see. Registration happens in the exact same way as the mobile app, so you can reference the beginning of this video if you need assistance in setting up your account. You should see a button on this page to join Count. Again, you'll click that button and then enter the key for this year's count, which is Dallas 2021, entering it exactly as it's shown on the screen. Once you're logged in and have joined the Dallas count, you can click Get Started and choose a survey. If you're using a computer, you're most likely conducting a sheltered survey, so let's take a brief look at that. Again, just like the mobile version, you'll be prompted to select your organization and project. All participating non-HMIS Collin County projects should be under the organization Collin County Projects. Click Next Step to confirm your location. Alternatively, if you know the address you're at and you want to click Enter Address and type it in, you can. Either method of recording your address is acceptable. Just do whatever is easiest for you. The sheltered survey from the desktop version is identical to the mobile app version. Complete at least the required fields, but more if you can. Remember that you can save a draft if you need to for any reason, or simply submit the survey when it's done. Here's the My Count page that can tell you how many surveys you've submitted, and the Help page, which gives you the same information as the mobile app, so come here if you have any questions. Again, thank you for participating in the 2021 COVID-19 Pit Count for our Continuum. We appreciate you and your work, and we know that in Dallas and Collin counties, every one counts.